what ideas can I impart on the audience so that they can walk out of there different than the way they came in, with useful tools and skills to start impacting and changing the results that they're getting in their life that day.
How many of you are so satisfied with the results and the success that you have in your life that the idea of having any more nauseates you? Show of hands. Nobody. Okay, there's usually one. We referring to the 12-step program? Yeah, it's very good. Anyway, number 2. How many of you come to meetings just like this, and while you're here, you have breakout sessions, and you make to-do lists? Show of hands. To-do list of all the things you're going to do and change? Keep your hands up. How many of you never complete the list? How many of you, without even thinking, just wrote on your to-do list for this meeting, stop making to-do lists. They don't work.
My job is to help them dislodge from that old belief and that old story, set themselves free so they can go and have the level of success that they want in their life.
My mother is 80 years old, and we have this arrangement, okay? Because she doesn't think I have a real job. When I get a speaking gig, I'm supposed to call her and tell her that I'm speaking. And she goes to St. Francis de Sales Church on the corner of State and Snow Road in Parma, Ohio, just outside of Cleveland, and lights candles. She thought I was speaking yesterday. She said, don't worry, it goes for 2 days, you're covered. This is her way of being involved in my business. She wants a bigger cut of the pie, she's trying to bring in a union, but we're working out the details. Anyway, I call my mother up and I say, hey Mom, I'm going to be speaking, and she goes, I can't talk right now. I go, why did you answer the phone? I said, what are you doing? She says, I'm watching one of my favorite movies. I go, close your eyes for a second. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to think about this 5'2" little Italian lady. She's a-sitting on the couch. She's wrapped in a blanket. She got a little bun in the back of her head with a knitting needle sticking it through it. And she's in the front of the TV and she's watching a Somewhere in Time with a Christopher Reeve. Or she's watching maybe The Sound of Music with a Julie Andrews. Everybody got the image? Okay, you can open up your eyes. That is not my mother. My mother is 5'10", was 5'10" and a half, had a size 10 shoe, she played volleyball, and her nickname was Spike. And sometimes we were the ball. And you're all laughing because you've got crazy relatives too, right? You got a crazy mom, crazy grandma who's influenced your beliefs. Somehow, some way.
I use a concept called TAGS, which is about talents, attitudes, goals, and skills, and share it with them in a funny way, but it allows them to say, hey, what is my brilliance? What are my talents? What's the unique piece I bring to work? A couple of years ago, before I got married, I decided that I was going to buy my wife an engagement ring. And I know what you're thinking. You didn't take her to the store with you? What, are you, a fool? I thought, you know what? Hey, I can do this. She said yes. I walk into the store, and there's this case. And I'm looking at all the jewelry, and I'm looking at the rings, and I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I'm looking. And if you were looking at me, it's like watching most guys in a jewelry store. They look so intense. Wow, he's really studying that piece of jewelry. No, we're looking for the price tag. And they know that. And they take that price tag and they tuck it way down in there so you can't see it. I'm standing at the counter, and over walks Stephen. Stephen walks up to me and he says, excuse me, but is there a particular piece that you're interested in? He called it a piece. Every guy knows when they call it a piece, that's a big price tag. You just want him to call it a ring. This is a piece. That one right there. Excellent choice. He reaches in the cabinet, he pulls out the ring, and he hands it to me. I still can't read the tag. Do you have one of those loopy things? I am not looking at the stone. I don't even know what I'm looking for. I'm looking at the tag. VVSI1. Very, very slightly imperfect one. 1.34. Ooh, just a big one. Color E, 25,000. Hairball. Just about spit my gum on the counter. $25,000. I'm married to the greatest woman in the world, but I hand him back the piece, and I say, excuse me, but do you have anything just a little less expensive? Oh, those rings are in the other case. Follow me. Okay. I went in 6 feet, I came out 6 inches high, all because of that little tag. What is it about tags that are so powerful? What is it about those tags that are so powerful? And you think to yourself, hey, what if people had tags? I mean, what if people had tags? Everything would be so much easier, wouldn't it? Recruiting would be so much easier. Let's see what we got here. Hardworking, doesn't tell the truth. Ha, no thanks. Recruiting would be so much easier. Dating would be so much easier, wouldn't it? Ladies, you just pull out the tag. All right, loves to cook. Okay, I can work with that. Plays poker on Friday night with the guys. Golfs on Saturday morning with the guys. Bowling on Sunday night with the guys. No thanks. And guys, can you imagine? Walking up to a lady. All right, let's see what we got here. Extremely high maintenance, married 6 times, lives with her mother. No. I mean, what if people had tags? Recruiting would be so much easier. Dating would be so much easier. Dating would be so much easier. Recruiting would be so much easier. Hey, you saw the tag when we got married. I don't cook and I don't clean. Everything would be so much easier if people had tags. But you know what? We do. We do have tags. We might not wear them on the outside, but we wear them on the inside. 24/7. And you know what? Some people wear tags that lift them up. And some people wear tags that tear them down. I think the successful companies are the ones who can help an employee understand what's the uniqueness that you bring and how do you fit into the bigger picture. What's the purpose that's bigger than just an individual employee and their unique offering? How do we bring everybody together in this place and connect the employees to the marketplace? Because I believe that the companies who are successful in doing that going into the future will be the companies who are successful in the future.